Welcome to Fabulously Flawed, where the perfectly imperfect come to shine. Marni, along with her sensational sidekick Taylor, are the mother-daughter duo that puts the fun in dysfunction. Every episode, we unpack the chaos of mental health while sprinkling in the sass of pop culture. We're here to share stories, laughs, and lessons that remind you to embrace your quirks and to never, ever let anyone dull your sparkle. So join us as we celebrate the beauty of being fabulously flawed. Let's get real, let's get raw, and let's get ready to add a little extra shimmer to your day.
Hey, fabulous friends. Welcome back to Fabulously Flawed Podcast. I am your host, Marni, and joining me, as always, drum roll, brrr, I'll get it right one day. My dazzling, delicious, delightful,
Deserving? Maybe that's a new D one.
That's an affirmational one.
Deserving, yes.
My deserving daughter, Taylor. Hey.
Hi, my
what's
beautiful
up?
people.
Taylor in the house.
I love you guys for listening. Just wanted to start that off by saying you guys are my
You're the
fucking best friends.
We love it. This is not only therapeutical for us, but when people tell us they listen and it's therapeutical for them, it's win-win.
The best feeling in the world is knowing that our podcast is making a difference in people's lives.
Yep.
I mean, it sounds corny to say, but it's
No, do you know how hard it is?
that genuine emotion that I feel when someone's like, your episode was amazing, you're so good at this, you're a natural. I'm like, I will kiss you right now.
Well, this episode is called Live for Passion, Not Permission, because so many people are afraid to be who they are. Like, let's say you love knitting and you want to be in the knitting club so bad, but your friends are going to be like, what are you doing in the knitting club? Say, I love knitting. Bye.
Oh, yes.
But-
so often people are hindered by what they want to do because they fear what people are going to say about them. The fear of judgment holds people back, and it just breaks my heart because people have so much life to live, and they stop themselves because society has put this idea on our heads that something may not be normal or
There is no right or
typical
wrong.
is a better word to use.
Yep. I want people to chase their dreams, not other people's opinions.
Yes.
Right?
Mhm.
Oh, that's one of our
absolutely.
affirmations. Chase dreams, not opinions. You could get that at our store.
This morning I think you were showing me a video on TikTok or Facebook. It was just, two older people being interviewed on the street. And they were talking about how, and I think the question was like, what do you wish you knew when you were younger? And it was just, they were both saying, two separate people, not together. Just, I wish I knew to just say yes more, take the opportunity, don't let yourself be held back. Life is too short to care what
don't
others
think I can't do it, or I'm not worthy of this. If somebody said, for example, Marni, I want to interview you on this specific show. Oh, I don't think I should. I'm not ready. I don't think they'll listen to me. That's not the answer. The answer is, oh yeah, I'm a badass. I can do this.
You will always feel worse that you didn't try or, go for that something that you wanted versus if
Not
you just
trying.
not
Yep.
trying at all.
The
Because-
regrets that you'll have, and you'll be like, I
'cause it's
should have
like-
done this. And you never want to should shame.
Exactly, because what if it does work out?
What if? Yep.
And if it doesn't, it wasn't
Meant to
for
be.
you.
But you know what? You learned something. So maybe everyone should turn their what ifs to what if it does? Not what if it doesn't work? Well, what if it does?
Yep. That is exactly I like to lead my life that way. And I haven't done that ever. This is very recent, within the last month or
Oh,
so.
I love it.
It's more so changing my perspective that, from the what if it doesn't work out to the what if it does work out.
Exactly. You just
Take
got to
that
live your life.
chance.
And you won't know at the moment, whatever it is that you're doing, that you feel a gut and you're yearn to, that's taking you to something. You may not know at that moment, but a year, 10 years, 5 months, you'll be like, that's why we got together.
Yes.
That's why we live there. That's why we met so-and-so.
Oh, absolutely. I love seeing, and social media. I always say this. It can be such a toxic place, yet such a powerful, positive space as well for many people, especially if you niche it down to if you're on mental health TikTok, for example.
Me.
But I just, and I just see these people and talking about, just how they don't let the fear of failing hold them back. And
Here's an example right here. Me, exhibit Marni. When I wrote my book, which, guys, I don't talk about much because I take for granted that people know about it, but true to myself, Peace, Love, Marni on Amazon. When I first wanted to promote my book, I was afraid to do it in Miami because it took place in Miami. And I write so authentically horrifying stories about my life, and I used real people, places, and circumstances. So it took so much courage for me even to tell my story alone.
Absolutely,
Then,
yeah.
right? And then promoting it and talking about it. Now I think back, I was embarrassed to like promote it in Miami. What was I thinking?
Mhm.
So the growth that I don't care what people think, this is my story. I'm proud of it.
Oh, absolutely. And I was, recently I've been going through this like thing with like my side profile. I hate how I look. I didn't want to.
Sweetheart,
I
you're
know,
so
and it sucks because I
beautiful.
had, thank you. And it's like I had a nose job almost 10 years ago now,
No, but each your mom and dad
each
have
had two nose
jobs.
jobs. So if you think about that, both
Wait,
my
here's a
parents,
side note. Wait,
big ass noses, child,
mine
big
wasn't-
ass nose.
Mine wasn't big ass, but I have to give a shout out to my mother who was thoroughly addicted to crack when I had my nose done the second time. She was able to know through her drugged out brain that my nose needed to be a little chiseled more.
Of
But I
course
love
she
it.
did. Yeah.
And I went into surgery. She was passed out in a car, but that's okay. She was sane enough and lucid at that moment to tell Dr. Radlauer, the nose isn't perfect.
I love how I think that is actually a perfect depiction of our family.
Yep.
Drug addicts, but glamorous.
But we know that glam. We'll be in a coma. And if you walked in, it would be, I'd point to your lips. Like, where's the lipstick?
Yes, that is it. And I love how you remember the name of your doctor too.
Oh, Dr. Radlauer, because he did my first breast implants when I was I was 20 and I had lost 60, 70 pounds.
Yeah.
And I always thought I had big boobs, but half of them were like fat boobies.
Right.
So when Fancy Schmancy Nancy, my aunt, saw me after I lost all that weight, I had like Snoopy boobs. They were just
that's
flat.
what we call them, Snoopy tits.
Snoopy tits. Okay, Snoopy tits. So we needed them lifted.
Yeah.
And wait, there's a reason I'm telling you the story about Dr. Radlauer. So I went to him at 16 for nose, went back at 16 and a half for the nose fixing. And then at 21-ish, he did my implants and lifted my breasts. Now, one of them stayed hard. It never like softened. Now, I didn't know about pain pills at the time, 21 years old, and he had to go 1, 2, 3 and pop the breast. If anybody just went, ouch, imagine that. Mm-hmm.
My God, did it?
I still remember that pain. I remember that pain so vividly. And today,
I'm cringing for you.
Today, I'd sedate me, fucking put me under. Don't give me that local stuff because you still feel it.
Yeah.
Every time, you go to the dentist, like, oh no, it won't hurt. I'm like, please just numb me up the most you can.
Yeah.
Just do this. And then the minute they start, they see my face that goes, ugh, ow, and it's like, I told you, numb me up.
I know. My pain tolerance is basically non-existent as well. Whenever like I'm at the doctors or anything, they're like, so what's your pain tolerance? I'm like, nothing. I cannot handle anything. So maybe I probably get that from you.
The few times where I've been to the hospital and they give you a drop of something and they could see, like they know you're not faking. They know the agony and they could tell by your blood work and your symptoms and everything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, that's not enough. Remember when they gave you only Vicodin when you broke your leg?
Yes, guys, I broke my tibia, that big ass bone in your leg that allows you to like walk and
she was
function
12 in Vail.
I was 12. So like I keep in mind, like I get being 12, but I wasn't 6. They could have given me something a little stronger than Vicodin, and the excruciating motherfucking pain that I was in. Well, not, but doesn't come close to when I had my nose done. And this was back in 2015 and things have changed. I think they don't the packing in your nose. I don't think they do that anymore. Getting the packing ripped out of my nose was.
I remember that. What that feels like.
That when you said your breast implant, you had to get it popped back in. That pain, I still say to this day, is. Besides the moment that I broke my leg, getting the packing pulled out of my nose, I saw stars.
I remember that
because oh my God, excruciating.
Mine was 1986,
pain.
so the equipment and the way they do them now is much more high tech. So I know how you must have felt.
And the nose job kind of correlates to our under.
Wait, can I just go back to one thing respectfully? I know you get everything from me. The neurotic, the crazy, the psycho, the everything, but you get your nose from daddy.
Okay,
I mean, let's just be fair. Come on,
true.
Is hot and handsome. I know you go, ooh, I know.
Yeah.
As deliciously adorable as my husband is.
Sure, I'll give him that. He's adorable, yeah.
Right? Oh, now he remembers when I told him he was the hottest delivery driver, which will come up. And he brought lunch one day and I was like, oh my God, you're the most adorable delivery driver. And and that's when we were married and flirting, but that will go under the J Diaries, which I'm going to start shortly.
Oh, I'm so excited for the J Diaries because I think
he's still so handsome, but refreshing.
I think I need a refresher on the J Diaries because I live with you guys and I've spent every day day of my life pretty much with you guys, but I still
It's
get so
fascinating.
confused.
Wait, so my parents met, then you got pregnant, but you were both still married and didn't know what to do. So then my last name used to be this, and now I'm this. And this is our life, but that's normal. And some people still, after I say everything, they go, wait, so is Jay Taylor's dad?
Yes. Wait, that literally happened to me. I was telling this person the story of you and Dad, and he's like, wait, so is Jay your real dad? Or
I know,
is he? I'm like, yes,
Read
it's
the
very
book.
complicated.
We should do a PowerPoint to truly explain it properly.
Mhm. And me I just want to kind of go back now to the nose job thing, why it's relevant for this episode. I walked around my high school with a big old bandage splattered across
Love
my
it.
face. I
Didn't
didn't
care.
give a fuck. And I know for a fact there was probably 100 people who made some sort of comment, Taylor Goldman with the bandage, blah, 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 blah. And I was 15, just turned 16. I think I got it over winter break. My birthday's the 3rd of January. So I come back to school with a big old bandage, and I was just living my life. Like
You never cared.
I honestly have never really cared what people thought.
Never.
I have gotten up on any stage, any table.
Do you know what the thing is with us, Tay? I've always stayed true to who I am. What upset me was how people would mock me for who I was. Like,
and we know now it's because they're so miserable with
of
themselves.
course,
That they
but I
project it
allowed
onto others. Yeah,
what they thought of me to ruin my day, and it's like, oh,
you and
Marni,
billions of other people. That's why I think we're doing our part by telling people, please don't let the fear of judgment hold you back from doing anything that makes you happy.
Exactly, because if I
like
listened,
I said, you'll feel worse that you didn't go for it versus like, what if you did go for it? And
I made the mistake when I was first writing my book, and you're going to write, the few people I told, you're writing a book? Okay, you're going to write a book? Whatever. And I didn't let it hold me back. I took on my project, my podcast.
Yeah.
Pushing record, whether it worked or not. I was so proud to think that I actually started a podcast.
Oh my gosh, of course.
And I just said, but it wasn't a, as in speaking. I was literally looking at you going, like in conversation, not as a subconscious, the way I say,
Yeah. No, I just think that it's so important life is just less anxious, less dull
you
don't worry what society thinks of you.
I don't care. First of all, what people think of us is none of our business.
Yes.
And even if I did hear what somebody thought of me, what are they going to say to me? Call me a whore? What are they going to say? You're stupid? Okay.
I know, right?
What could you possibly do that you could ever say to me? But not everybody's healed. I have a shield around me. I have angel dust around me. I put myself in a big white bubble around me to protect myself. But most people don't realize it.
Yeah.
And it's just those fucking bullies out there. They learn it from their parents, just like the kid called you Big Junos. 14-year-old kid doesn't learn that on his own. Okay. And there was no TikTok. So it comes from the families.
Oh, absolutely.
So it's our job.
Yes.
You want to be a parent? Then you need to teach your child fucking compassion and kindness, because otherwise, that is where, and people that are getting bullied are not right in tune to say, you know what, go fix yourself. People stand there mortified. And
of course. I think it's actually, it's appalling to me how people, I've said this, on a few episodes ago, how people don't live their life with kindness and compassion. How?
Because they're so angry. I mean, I used to walk around just crying to anybody that would listen to me, but other people must channel their emotions in anger, like road rage when the red light comes. God damn it, fuck you. And people have taken guns out. It's got, they don't understand. I hear you, universe. I'm being protected. And I know we're going a little off topic, but we'll get back to our thing. The people for 9/11, for example, one guy needed a Band-Aid, had a blister, stopped at the drugstore. One lady overslept. There were 2 celebrities. What's his name from Family Guy? Love him.
Seth MacFarlane?
Seth MacFarlane was on the Boston flight and overslept with a hangover.
Really?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yep. I was like yesterday or like 3 days ago, years old when I read that.
Oh my God.
So
you know what? And the universe kept him here because do you know how much joy he's brought into people's life with his creations?
Noah and Family Guy.
I think it's the funniest show, and it probably brings
I'm saying this annoying.
Yes, I know. The Stewie thing. I would say it probably brings so much joy to others. No, it definitely brings so much joy to others.
It wasn't his time. Instead of saying,
he was meant to be here to make people laugh. So I think that's just kind of another.
Exactly. He didn't go, God damn it, I missed my flight. Or he might have, but people when you're late. That's why Daddy now in traffic, he has learned through the power of Marni. Yes, baby, I know you're listening to this. That if you're late, you're late. You can't control the traffic. You can't control the weather. You're where you are when you're supposed to be there, and just leave it at that.
And you know what? I was reading a thing on TikTok yesterday about the tragic Baltimore bridge collapsing. Just wanted to say our heart is with the victims and their families. It's gut-wrenching to even think about a horrifying freak accident
in the middle of the night.
And it wasn't. And we know the fatalities. It's from what I hear, it's 6, which 6 more than it should be. But at least, thank God, you don't hear dozens and
it
hundreds
takes
of deaths.
all of these tragedies to.
And I read someone was supposed to drive on that bridge yesterday morning.
Shut up.
And she didn't. I forget the reason, but
It wasn't her time.
And the universe has your back, guys. Things happen when they're meant to and supposed to.
And here's things, random things will pop in your head. You may not even understand it. Like why? And here's a story. I don't know if I talked about how I met TR. Did I do that on an episode prior?
Well, yesterday, didn't you? We talked about TR.
Oh no, but I didn't. I was at I used to audition when I did commercials. That was just one day. Here's one thing. Okay, forgetting the fact when I called TR to work for him, I woke up one day at 23 years old and said, I want to be in commercials. After all the fucking shit I have been through, I was always just upbeat and bubbly and drawn to this world of production
and
forever.
And with our episode, you did what made you happy. You didn't care. You were 23 entering the acting world. Most people start from when they're very young and they have all that training.
It was so fun because my hobby became taking acting classes. I was Lori Wyman's, of course, and we talked about in the other episode. I took every one of her, and I was with Patty Williams, Bailey's mom.
Yes,
so
which is
Bailey Madison.
Bailey Madison, yes.
But her mom, Patty, was the it girl of commercials and acting in the 90s. So when she walked in a room on a casting, which I was non-union, but she was, but the few chances you would see her, you would be like, okay, why am I even going to audition? Because she's here.
I didn't realize that Bailey Madison's mom was an actress. Well, duh, that's probably why Bailey, by the way, for you guys.
Rocky was her agent. Yeah. Rocky was Patty's, and Rocky was part of our agent, casting director, little family
Her
world.
daughter's this phenomenal actress. If you don't know the name Bailey Madison, guys, you know Bailey Madison. She was booked and busy when she was a kid. She was that child actress. She was in, I think, Bridget to Terabithia. I think that's just one of them. Law and Order she was in.
No, that was so funny. I was watching Dun Dun with Taylor the other day, and we were watching this episode, and I go, God, that girl.
You say Dun Dun, but I say Tum Tum.
I say both. I usually say Tum Tum, but then I saw somebody on TikTok the other day go Dun Dun.
Oh, so I guess interchangeable.
Wait, what is it? Tum Tum or Dun Dun, people?
It's like Tum Tum.
Tum Tum.
Yeah, I think it's more of like that type of vibe.
And we were watching, I go, God, that girl's so good. And you're like, Mom, that's Bailey Madison.
Yes. Wait, literally, this was like a month ago, and it was, Bailey was, the star of the episode. And my mom's like, damn, this girl is such a great actress. I'm like, that's Bailey Madison.
So it's funny, we mentioned Bailey Madison, but I will tell you, her mom would never, she was Patty herself was on sets forever. And Bailey, anything she booked, was never compromising anything. Speaking of what we were talking about yesterday, because she's the one child actress that was monitored by a really good mother. So shout out Patty and Bailey.
Yeah.
So I don't want to forget also our store on Etsy, Fabulously Flawed with 2Ds.net on Etsy. Affirmations and products of anything you want. If you want something for your bedroom, for your clothing, your hoodies, your t-shirts, your home, your pet, name it, we got it.
Yeah, I love our store. I just scroll through aimlessly sometimes.
So that's what I was saying also with Fancy Schmancy. She looked at me one day, she goes, you're going on an audition? Like, yeah, right. And she mocked me, but I still went. I had fun just being in the classes. I had fun just getting an agent. I had fun going on a casting. This was my hobby. So even if I booked it or not, who cares? I was, hi, my name is Marni,
Yeah, and I don't want to end the episode also without touching on social media. Please post whatever the hell you want, whenever the hell you want, because there are so many people, my friends included, who are still super insecure about what they post online. And I'm like, Who cares? This is your social media. If you want to post that picture, post
this
it.
is
Who
what I would say to
cares
them.
What people say. If you want to,
you know what you say to them, Tay? Say, do these people have your phone number to call you up? No. Then why would you care what they think if you wouldn't call them? So
I think Justin Bieber actually, I think it was Justin Bieber. I don't know. Some A-list celebrity. Oh, Tom Holland. He said, if you have a problem with me, call me and let's talk about it. But if you can't even reach me, then we don't have a problem.
Oh, yeah, maybe that's where I saw it from, too.
It was like a recent-ish interview with Tom Holland, and he was kind of saying, like, I think he was with Jay Shetty, and he was just talking about
I saw that.
Yes. If you have a problem with me, let's talk about it. And if you can't reach me, that means there's no problem.
There's no problem.
Right.
And so people think these social media people are your friends. Look, I love my social media friends. I've met them through COVID. I've watched their children grow.
Oh yeah, no, but people can build such a community online for sure.
But look at how daring I am. I know people don't take me as seriously as I should because of the pink sparkles. They don't know I'm a friggin' badass that nobody could live a day in my life, but that's okay because they will learn that, you can mock me all you want, but, behind the Elwood sparkle is a tough cookie, a tough bitch that.
And the right people have recognized it
Absolutely.
And will recognize it and will continue to recognize it.
The people I knew when I raised you, when we lived in the suburbs, they knew me. They don't know me. I am not who I was.
No.
I mean, of course, our spots of a leopard, ours are sparkly spots, and we're always loving, fun, kind, compassionate, fabulous people.
That's never changed and will never change. Yeah.
Just had to make that clear. So, we can change we can change our behaviors, but we're all still spots on a leopard and we're fabulous, sparkly leopards.
Yeah. So guys, if you want to join that club, go for that job, go for that guy, for that girl, go for, take that vacation. Don't.
The person who was afraid to take sewing class because people would be afraid of her, like Vera Wang, for example, not Vera Wang, but the designers that are working on tour with Taylor Swift, they didn't care that people said, oh, you're taking sewing, hypothetically.
Like, something that's not
of the typical norm.
Of the typical norm, something that's like stigmatized as being nerdy or anything.
Who cares? It's your passion. I love watching like the people on the baking competitions, and they are so true to themselves in whatever they're wearing or not. And I know they just sat in their house and created these cool things. They didn't care what people said. They lived with, creating pastries and cakes. And now look at them on the baking championship winning, $100,000 cash prizes in baking for J-Lo.
Yeah, exactly. And life is just simply put, life is too short to not do what you love.
Look at me. Let me be an inspiration. Let Taylor be an inspiration that we're sitting here putting our lives out here with complete vulnerability.
Oh, yeah. I'm sharing everything. But I know that if I had someone like me to listen to when I was like really deep in, my mental health struggles, that I would have been so grateful to hear that someone is so open and honest as a young girl and stuff. I think it's I wish I would have for a lot of people.
Even as I'm still I will always be on my healing journey. But when I hear other people talk about, oh, these are your symptoms of ADHD, I do that too. Oh, you have a safe place and you don't leave sometimes. Oh my gosh, I do that too. You can, you haven't showered and nobody's mocking you because you can't get out of bed because the physical energy is just draining you. You too. So I have so much content, thank God, that people are able to resonate with one of the bazillions amount of content.
And you post things and you don't care.
I don't care.
You don't care what people have to say about your story, what you look like, nothing.
I'm like with my microphone in the studio, like, hey, y'all, with my denim jacket, like I'm auditioning in the 90s.
Yes. I love it. You do what makes you happy. I do what makes us happy, and that makes life better.
Life is so much more peaceful.
Yeah.
If I thought like I used to live, what people cared, my gosh, writing my story, even saying anything about my life that wasn't, oh, everything's fabulous, everything's fantastic. Once I was like, you know what, things are fucked up. I can't stop crying. I'm having a nervous breakdown. My marriage is falling apart. I was like, people are like, wait, there's substance there? There's more to you. But I don't want anybody to feel whatever they do is because somebody doesn't think you should do something. Be who you are. Stay fucking true to yourself. And I promise you, your life will do a turnaround of peace.
Yeah.
It will be like day and night.
It just starts with changing your mindset and go from there. Take it day by day, second by second, minute by minute, day by day.
Day by day. There used to be a song, Day by Day, when I was growing up. It's like a love song or something like that from the 70s. You know why? We were just watching Maya Rudolph and Kristen Wiig in that advertisement or singing ABBA.
Isn't it ABBA?
Is it ABBA or ABBA? I say ABBA.
I say ABBA. I don't know which one of us is right.
Oh my God.
Well, we'll find out in a minute when we look it up.
Exactly. But so it made me think of the 70s. That was something that they would do day by day.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Got it. Cute.
So I'm going to end it on this, guys. I want everybody to never let anyone dull your fabulous sparkle. You sparkle like the shiniest star in the sky.
Absolutely, guys.
Never let anyone burst your bubble. Never let anyone unshine the shiniest polish you just put on yourself. Put yourself in that peace bubble. And if one person disrupts it, get them away.
Yeah.
Protect yourself. Self-love, self-care. It is crucial for happiness.
Oh, for sure.
So on that note, guys, sending so much love, so much peace. And until next time.
We love you guys.
We love you. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Fabulously Flawed. Remember, we drop new episodes every Tuesday and Thursday, so be sure to subscribe and never miss a moment of this dazzling duo. Craving more sparkle? Head over to fabulouslyflawed.com for exclusive content, episode archives, and more. And don't forget to check out Fabulously Flawed on Etsy for tons of amazing products that are sure to brighten your day. Be sure to follow us on socials to keep the conversation going and become a part of our Fabulously Flawed family. Until then, keep embracing your beautiful imperfections and remember, never let anyone dull your sparkle.